Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Marvel Must-Haves August 2024. Oh, that's kind of cool. We got the Spectacular Spider-Man Issue 2, G.O.D.S Issue 2, and Avengers Twilight Issue 1. Now, I had already done Avengers Twilight, so I would definitely recommend picking this up, so that way you can see Avengers Twilight Issue 1 if you want to check those out. But I would also recommend checking these out for the Spectacular Spider-Man and G.O.D.S, because these were pretty interesting. Spider-Man was definitely kind of cool to get a look into that, but G.O.D.S Issue 2 really cemented it for me, wanting to check out and get the trade back that has just recently come out. So let's get into the Spectacular Spider-Man first. So, what have we got, Carly? Confusion, Sherry. Mostly a whole lot of confusion. Subject is an adult male who appears to have burned to death. Appears? Well, appearances can be deceiving. That's why I brought in Dr. Foster here to consult. Jane? Under the microscope, it seems that virtually every cell in his body, well, exploded. Well, how or why, we don't know. Not yet, anyway. Any chance at an ID? Yes? No? Maybe? The whole exploding cells thing really messed up his dental work. But we'll see if we can find a match. Ooh, Jane Foster. Ooh, let's see what's going on. And that just looks kind of crazy. As we see that it's art by Humberto Ramos. And it's like, oh, interesting here. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Detective Sebbins. Hello, Spider-Man. Nice of you to finally show your face, so to speak. Since it's kind of policy to interview anyone who's discovered a dead body. But I like the never, though, right? Barely. I seem to have a very unusual corpse on my hand. You should wash those hands. Then have someone check for cloned cells. You think our boy's a clone? Body was found in one of Miles Warren's hidden labs, and cloning was always Miles's mad scientist specialty. Dead guy might have spent years in a pod, or he could have been a brand new experiment. Or it could be Joe Normal in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's possible too, but either way, well, we'll want to work with Miles Warren, so if you can find him, I'll keep you posted. It's like, ooh, cool, Spidey, let's see what's kind of going on. Meanwhile, as we see, two people pretty much getting it on. Oh, Shelly, I know, Cedric, I feel the same way. I guess I should feel guilty. I mean, Kenny's my friend, but the truth is, I've been in love with you since the first day of freshman year. It's okay, I told Kenny. He's cool with it, he understands. You and I were meant to be together. Oh, that's good, that's good. Come here, as they pretty much start smooching more, and then we shift over to, someone running. Elsewhere. Huff, 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 huff. No, stay away from me. Leave me alone. No. No! As we see a claw, it's like, that's not good. Days later, we get a really cool shot of Miles as Spider-Man swinging. It's like, ooh, nice. Don't know what I'm worried about. He can't complain. He's always late. It's like his signature move, right? Of course, it's kind of becoming my signature move, too, which is not a good thing, I know, but late or not, at least I made it. Miles! And Miles is like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I get that. I love that look. As we then see this really kind of cool one, as we see the progression here, it's like one page, but we've got like the paneling throughout it. Here you go, Miles. Thanks, Shelly. Miles, my man. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Professor Warren. Mr. Morales. Too many Spider-Men. Hello, Miles. Pleasure to see you. You too, Shashan. And then we got a Hulk issue. Huh, cool. Howdy, partner. Howdy. Don't overthink it. And I love the kind of look of, like, that one woman. It's like, what the fuck? About just seeing the kind of progression there is pretty kind of cool. This is nice having regular place, a regular crowd, a community, where everybody knows your name. Cheers. It's like, oh, God. I don't know how many people would actually kind of get that one. That was a kind of smooth one. Seymour! You know, calling out the names was my idea. Right. Peter just looks so weird there. It's like, oh, my God. Got your regular coffee already, Doc. Actually, today I prefer tea. Darjeeling. Oh, sure, coming right up, Doc. Darjeeling, Seymour. I'm in the mood. Why? Oh, nothing. It's just that was always my brother's order. It's like, huh. Intriguing. Meanwhile, man, not you. Yep, Turk, it's me. As we see Daredevil, but Daredevil looks a little bit kind of weird there, at least to me. And then the dude pretty much takes a swing at him. It's like, what the... Yeah, well, too bad for you then. Hey, man, what a rush. It's like, how the fuck was he able to do that to Daredevil? And then we see Cedric, and it's like, what the fuck? Hi, Angel. Ced, what are you doing? Dude, not cool. Hey, man, Shelly said you understood about us getting together. What? I never said that, and we haven't. Come on, Angel. If you and I are going to be a couple, be upfront about it. You and I are not a couple. Okay, bro, I put up with you flirting with my girl because I'm not the jealous type. But now you're taking it too far. So now you're taking it outside. Wait, you don't understand. It's like, get that there. Okay, that was just weird. Cedric is not usually like that. Well, love can do funny things to a guy. Trust me. No, man. Something's not right with him. Come on. But, my medium iced half and half latte with a shot of espresso and a dash of cinnamon. It's like, Miles has that scent. He knows. Meanwhile, Juliet, you did not say that to him. No, but I wanted to. Maybe, next time, maybe. Next time, next time for sure. If you're in my corner, always. Then we see, this other couple. It's like, what the fuck's kind of going on here? Now, come on, we cannot come here without totally getting this, totally cliche shot. How's this? Perfect! Leaning tower piece. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Where to next? Anywhere but the real world. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? We kind of need a little bit more. It's okay. I can make this right. She'll remember. And Kenny, he'll be okay with it, see? Okay, yeah, I barely know the guy, and even I can see he's not right. It's like, what the fuck's going on with Cedric and everything? Just need to get back to the Arcadium. Suddenly occurs that Ced might not appreciate us nosing into his business. So you and I are not following him in? No. But the spectacular Spider-Man are. It's like, yeah. Cool spider shot. Yeah. He went down those stairs. 2 Spider-Men here? Why? How? It's alright. I can divert them. Don't worry. They won't see anything that has anything to do with us or the Arcadium. As we see them pretty much doing their spider crawling and everything. Get some cool kind of like smaller paneling shots. Did you hear that? Like a whirring? Yeah. And a kerchunk. Did you hear the kerchunk? I did. A definite kerchunk. Okay, this is not where I expected their steers to lead. Down to the sewers? Uh-oh. Yep, as we see them both have their spider senses going on. Sss, look out, whoa. Who the heck is that? Ratman? He's called Vermin. And why is he wearing the number 5? Well, you see, and then we have Peter having to explain this whole thing. I love this. We get shifted to this one-page view. The original Vermin was cloned, and the clones escaped into the sewers, and you never got around to rounding them up? You know me so well. Still, better late than never! As they pretty much start fighting them, it's like, shit. Alright, time for some arachnobatics. Dude, was that an arachnobatics with an X? Did you just improve on perfection? I did, but I had a solid base material to work with. Well, thank you very much. Game recognizes game. I was like, yeah, alright, let's kick this through. Hey, is number 6 a she-rat? She is a rat, yes, but she-rat? That's patriarchy speak. You have to do better, man. Tell that to She-Hulk. I dare you. As we see them like dodging and then getting swiped at. But you're right. I do want to be better. You'll get there. I have faith, bro. Stop. It's like, I'm like interested that they're having this conversation here. I'm like, all right, cool. Ooh, shift. As we see one of Miles' clones, and I really actually like that page shot. That's really kind of cool to show them all. Before we get like little panels. I'm like, what? Shift? Is that your clone? Yeah, but what's he doing in a Manhattan sewer? He's a Brooklyn boy like me. You do know that the New York Underground's all connected, what with subway tunnels and everything, right? Shift. Shift, you're speaking much more clearly now. Check out Shift's first words in Miles Morales' Spider-Man issue 300. Thank you for telling me. That's cool to learn. Shift, look, Ning. To help Vermin. Why exactly would Shift do that? Vermin clones like shit. That's true. Not their fault they were created. Yep. I'm like, good on you for recognizing, Peter. Vermin can be good. Yeah, heroes of their own story. Or at least heroes of their own sewer. The rat siblings may look scary at first, but Shift is teaching them to protect us, even helping us find food and supplies. These other people in the sewers like, anybody want to kind of figure out what's going on there? Well, you're doing good work here, Shift. I'm proud of you. Start. Work in progress, aren't we all? Good on you, Miles. I agree, it's good for him to do. Back at the beam. Hey there, Kenny. Oh, hey, Marv. We're closing up, but you made it just under the wire. The usual? Actually, no. I think I mentioned I work for a startup. We're looking for college students like you two to help us beta test our latest game. I don't know, Marv. We don't have a lot of free time. We pay triple minimum wage. I have no idea what your tips are like here, but they're not triple, that's for sure. What do you think? Well, you know we could use the money, especially if we want our own place next semester. Great. Finish closing up. Then the 3 of us can head right over to the Arcadium. Arachnophantasm. Or yeah, that's kind of crazy. But like, if someone says they're offering triple minimum wage and I was a face like that, no. So, well, it's interesting that like we had Vermin deep cut there, bringing in Shift and all that, and it's like, what the fuck's kind of going on with this? So, if you're into that, that comes out on the trade back for Volume 1, October 2024. And then it gets into Avengers Twilight, and then we shift to G.O.D.S issue 2. Now this, I really fucking liked. It really just cemented for me that I am going to get the trade back at some point and finish it up, because the first one wasn't bad or anything, but it just didn't kind of grab me, and the thing is I had like rewards points. I'm like, okay, cool to kind of use, see what kind of goes on here. So let's hit here. The powers that be in the natural order of things are two of the forces that shape all of existence. Their mortal avatars and apprentices roam the earth, working together in an ancient truce, an uneasy alliance of science and magic. Cool. When avatar of the powers that be and Aiko, centaur of the natural order of things, were once married but now find themselves working at cross purposes. The proto-mage Kubik's core, armed with the staff of the living tribunal, reappeared after a long absence and violently reopened the Prometheus pit. This action, known as a Babylon event, was Kubik's Core's first step in attempting to free his master, an elder god. A group of heroes, scientists, and magic users, including Doctor Strange, Wynn, and Aiko, teamed up and managed to defeat Kubik's Core. And then we got Dr. Saint Mar Cercel, second centaur of the natural order of things. Aiko Maki, 97th centaur of the natural order of things. Dimitri, envoy of the natural order of things. Wynn, avatar of the powers that be. Magic users, Dr. Strange, Wong, Clea, Dr. Voodoo, and Kubis Core, proto-mage. So let's get into it. Home of ranks and numbers, House of the Centaur. The art in this is fucking lovely. There is one thing in here that kind of like I had a problem with, but we'll get to it as it is. It's just pretty much in characterization of Doctor Strange. I've spoken with God. They are not pleased. Not since the natural order of things negotiated our current compact and retreated from the battlefield of reality has the Centaur found itself in such a fragile state. We have lost half of our number of 100, and of the 5 and 20 primes, only we 3 remain. The Centaur is weak, and as we are weak, so too is God. Though we solved the problem, the logical and most methodical way to heal our wound is to increase candidates of the program and aggressively promote the curious and cogent to Centaur. As we did before, and as we will continue to do, as long as the Centum holds. Yeah, it'll make some noise, but why pull our hair out for something so simply done? It's like, interesting. And I'm like, okay, we have a problem, and it's cool to kind of see them get into the solution. Because 19th, God feels the Babylon event was not an isolated or random occurrence. Simulations were run in several disposable fast-time universes. That's kind of crazy. The results suggest this could be a premeditated move by other gods, and those other gods using unforeseen methods. That's a problem. The compact grants us certain boons. Our God would have us exercise them. Are we really still married to using the word God, especially when we know that omniscience and omnipotence are just super consciousness scaling in tandem with an ever-expanding universe? I don't know, me? I just think it feels a little antiquated. And then we see them pop up like, holy shit, or them, whatever they are. We see many events, other Babylons, other summers. We see blood and chaos and the end of all things. We see the hand of oblivion. Oblivion is an important one. And we see you, weak and wanting. With those who must not be named, we share the great compact, and now, on this day and in this age, those words are a comfort to you. Gather strength, gather numbers, gather minions. I wouldn't like the minions, and then you're gonna like, oof. Okay, I guess God still works. You alright, second? No. Damn you for doing that, Aiko. This is yet another debt in the ledger that falls under your name and under your number. I just need to make sure they were still listening, and that this was them and not you. I'm like, thank you, Aiko. That, whenever somebody says that God told them something, verify that. And I'm like, yep. Sorry, mate. I have to agree. Our eyes must be open. While this may all be fair play and fall under the compact, it's going to cause major problems. Perhaps with a little grace, a little nuance, the walls won't come tumbling down. Psh, don't kid yourself. There will be a reckoning. This is what we simply must do. The natural order of things have spoken. The word of our God is clear, and the only acceptable response is for us to act on their wishes. Agreed? Agreed. Okay. We shift. The world almost ended, the sanctum sanctorum, and all we are left with is the mystery of him. The mystery we must solve. First, delving? Yes, and then the road will open before us, one that must be followed wherever it leads. Okay, sure. A moment, please. Your name is Dmitri, yes? Dmitri Kharkov? As we see this kind of, like, weird little thing. It's like, okie dokie? Strange taking something. Yeah, I think I understand the reasons behind your undertaking, and I might, if pressed to commit to making a choice, even support them. But not in this place. Never in this place. Okay, sorry. Think nothing of it. Where were we? And it's like, ooh, I love the art and how mystic Strange looks there. Delving, Stephen. Point your fingers that way. I'm dropping the shield. G.O.D.S core, show us your true self. And this is kind of nutty. They like drop the shield and everything, and I love Strange's look there. It's like, oh, fuck. Such good artwork. This is unexpected. And then we like see the true self, and it's like, whoa, that dude looks fucking crazy. We need to wake up. We need to stop this slumber, and for the dream to end, we need the box. So, are we still following? Still up for following the road no matter where it leads? Win. Whoosh. I want no part of this. I'm like, Leah backing out? That doesn't line up with what we've kind of seen. Now, granted, I understand that Hickman's doing different stuff than Jed McKay, but it's like, okay, I don't think that, like, Strange would be left alone for this, but granted, it's probably the story that needs to be told for this. And I am bound by current debts and alliances of which I cannot speak. It did not seem a bad choice at the time. As for me, well, I don't want to die. Best of luck, as pretty much Clea, Voodoo, Brother Voodoo, and Wong back off. It's like, oh shit. Some friends, huh? Your problem, young man, is that you see the world through eyes blinded by science. You believe in peers and colleagues whose work buttresses one another's. It is institutional and of the academy, not of our world, not of magic. Ours is a solitary journey, and on this path your eyes cannot be opened by others. You must open them yourself. And I disagree with that, and that is also different to what we have seen with Doctor Strange's title as well. I think that you can have colleagues and everything, and the best kind of example was when Strange was able to do everything with the help of Clea, Wong, and everybody involved there. So this is where I kind of have the kind of problem with that. Magicians don't have peers or colleagues, and we most certainly do not have friends. I'm like, I understand what Hickman's trying to do here, showcasing the delineation between the science kind of method and the magic kind of method. I don't really agree with it. We shift over to Columbia University, and this is where it gets kind of interesting with, since we see that Dimitri's more the science kind of one, following the magic Gwen, Aiko needs kind of her magic one for her science. Excuse me, seem to have dropped something. Here you go. Thanks. 808-616, of course. The universe. Then we see that she's looking at her watch. She's like, fuck, shit, damn. Fuck, yeah, she runs across campus. Sorry, I'm sorry, swear to God, I didn't mean to make you guys wait. It's just that time got away from me, and I lost track of how long I had been there. I'm sorry, I just had to study. And the thing is, I really empathize here with this character. Want to get some dinner? Yeah, I could eat. But she's kind of like embarrassed. We get back to Strange and our magic group. The Butchub reduced Kubik's core's mind to that of a child, but if there's one thing all children know, it's the call of the familiar. They know what home is and instinctively how to find it. Show us, Kubisk. Show us the way home. Home? Home? As we see him doing a thing and setting a thing onto Kubik's core's head. Yes, home. If you want to call it that. As we get it changed up and we see these boxes that we've been seeing floating around, and we've seen it linked up and put into the Immortal Thor. Where are we? 33.890 degrees latitude, negative 83.303 degrees longitude. A permanent unoccupied structure measuring just over 10,000 square feet. Our location appears to be an empty warehouse in Athens, Georgia. Wonderful. Sob. Sob. I'm waking up. It's almost over. Sob. I'm waking up. Home. I kind of feel that. And that box is so ominous. Well, I guess this confirms what kind of situation we're dealing with here. I've never actually seen one of these before. And if Strange hasn't seen one of these before, then that is scary. But you know what this is? Yes. And you know who it belongs to? Yes. Wait, what is it? This is a Skinner box, also called an operant conditioning chamber. It's used to observe and program the behavior of a subject contained within. This one is of a particular design made specifically to re-educate higher-order magicians and scientists. Do you know who made it? Of course, this is a construct of the mad avatar of Lord Chaos and Master Order. It belongs to In-Betweener. Poor bastard. It's like, ooh, In-Betweener. That sounds nuts. And I really like seeing the use of black here, of just like to showcase the box. Is it true? Am I lost? Are they right? Of course not, my love. How could they be right? They're out there, and you're in here. It's like, ugh, creeps me the fuck out. Why do you even come to this? Why do we even come to this place? It takes forever to get the check because the food tastes amazing. It was all right. That's what you say after. Before it's like food, shoving mouth now with both hands. It's like interesting seeing these college students, man. So there's a thing at that place we like. Wanna go? I can get us in. My brother knows these guys. Absolutely. You and Mia? Sorry, can't do it. I'm headed back to the library. Got a test tomorrow. I need to study. Alright, I'll see you later though. Right? Yep, see you later. And I get that, because that's the shit that I'd do. Then we see her back at the library looking at the card. It's like, alright, let me look around. So she goes creeping around a dark library, which that's kind of my thing too. Like the magic and science, you know what I mean? Both interest. And then we see that she gets down there to it. And the book, 808-616 BLK, The Lost Years of Yabat Oman Toru, The Failed History of the Black Swan, The Black Priests. And she gets the book. She's not getting it out, but then we see. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was desirable for the gaining of both knowledge and wisdom, she took it and ate it, and her eyes were open. Ooh. Ominous. Powerful stuff. But here's the question that'll really blow your hair back. Was the juice worth the squeeze? Yes, that is always worth the question. And that's what everybody should always ask. Who gave me this? That's one way of looking at it. Because sometimes it's not worth it. There's always a price to pay. And sometimes you'll lose a certain thing, but sometimes you'll gain other things. You always have to watch out for that. Granted, if you're in a position that you can't afford to lose certain kind of things, you normally don't ever take those kind of risks. That's one way of looking at it. The other is that you are always going to find it, or some version of it. It's an old test, a remnant of a less forgiving time. It used to be that those curious of the craft would be searching for something, desperate to find it. Eventually, some of those people would search in places like these and come across a book like this one. And if they could see it, well, they could see it. And just like that, their world was changed, and they found everything they were looking for. Yeah, like you find that thing, it opened your eyes, because at first you don't see it. Then you see something. You're like, what the fuck? Then you look, and then you see other things because you've gained that kind of knowledge. That's more kind of magic, but it's also true in science. So any random person could just come down here and find this book. Seems like a pretty flawed system. I cannot see it, Mia. To me, there's nothing there. You have a spark of talent to see the path laid before you. Understand, if you can see it, you were born to it. It's a birthright. You just have to claim it. Interesting. And then we get into talking about talents versus hard work and everything. What the hell? As we see that it cracks open and we see a doorway. It's like, what the fuck? No, not hell, young lady. But I implore you, do watch out for demons. They are rampant here. Exactly. Welcome to the library. The real one. A library of worlds. And that just looks fucking awesome. Alright. There's an unseen order to the universe. We all know it instinctively, but most people live a life removed from truly understanding it, from even touching it. True. Other people, such as yourself, those with a gift, don't have to live that way. You have other options. I think you have the wrong person. I love that. It's like, yeah, we're seeing all this kind of crazy shit. Jotuns and all that. You are Mia Di Maria, abandoned by your mother at the age of 2, raised in an orphanage until you were 12. Then one day, after the worst week of your life, you were unexpectedly placed into a remarkable and somewhat unique guardianship. How did that happen? I prayed for someone to save me. It's like, interesting. That shit hasn't happened to me, but I still connect with her on this. No, you spoke words of power and the universe bent. That's kind of nutty and gnarly. How do you know this stuff? How do you know anything about me at all? Crap. Holy crap, that's a vampire. Yes, watch out. Blood hunt. Actually, that's a vampire. That's a full spectrum lamprey. There's a difference. But I know because we observe and catalog such phenomena and we track them. For example, I know that you've used your gift at least twice since that first time. It's like, oh shit. My name is Aiko Maki. I am what is called a centaur, one of the 100 centum who serve, for lack of a better term, what the universe calls science. Cool. You are on the other end of that spectrum, a creature, again for lack of a better word, of magic. We spend almost every important moment of our lives studying magic from the perspective of science. And if you would allow me the privilege, I would like to observe, document, and guide your change. Interesting. That sounds insanely creepy, and you're assuming incorrectly that I want anything to do with this, or with you. The problem with having romantic ideals is that they're easily dismissed by skeptics. They say, surely there's a methodology to everything. You can learn to be the best at anything. You just have to set your mind to the task and do the work. Well, let me tell you a hard truth, child. It's the romantic notion that's real. We are each born with a gift. If you cultivate that gift, commit to it as if it's the only air you can breathe, then you can actually be great at something. Interesting. I think given a certain level you can learn certain kind of things, but if somebody's got that gift for it and are able to cultivate it and do that kind of thing, it's always going to be hard if it doesn't come naturally to you. It's like, I kind of like them exploring this kind of concept. Pretenders work at being something that they're not. They build systems to support their hard work and diminish those to whom such work comes naturally. Though granted, this gets a little bit weird. I'm like, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But there are no pretenders here, Mia. Here they can't even find the door. Okay, well, speaking of doors, which is the way out? I want to leave. And then she kind of I love that kind of look on her face as she just like points this way. Look, this has been something beyond weird, but I have to get back. I have to study. Are you finding your education as enlightening as you thought it would be? And she's like, Now granted, see, because I like to work hard and everything, but the thing is, I love studying, I love learning, and I loved delving into concepts and different kind of matters and learning about things. I love learning. Just remember, it's not uncommon to change your major, and I kind of love it linking up like that. It's like, yeah, major in magic, baby. Because you want to watch me? Observe. Whatever. What would I get? I could tell you that I have knowledge that will help you on your journey. I could tell you that this will speed that journey along. For the first time in your life, you would not feel behind, but ahead. God, do I understand that. I could also tell you that 1 year from now, you could be standing astride worlds doing unbelievable things with the power you have within you. But I won't. Instead, I will tell you this. What you get is a life that you are not confused by or ashamed of. And for the first time, you can actually be you. That hits hard, and I want that for her, and I'd want that for me, and I'd want that for anybody, to be honest with you. Hey, Earth to me, hello, anyone in there? Ah! Yeah, that's fucking creepy face there. And I'm talking about the friend's face, not hers. Oh, sorry, I had a strange night. How was yours? It was fine until there was some kind of argument about a bill a couple of tables over. It got ugly, like almost physical. I didn't get it. Well, that's because your family can afford to buy a wing at the Louvre. Don't be ridiculous. The Louvre's not for sale. What's really wrong? School? No. It's, well, that too. I'm definitely not going to ace my test tomorrow. I was too distracted to study. So you get a B. Who cares? There's nothing wrong with not getting an A on every test, Mia. Yes, there is, because you're you and I am me. I can't screw up. I can't get a B. I'm operating without any rope. Sometimes I feel like I can barely breathe, and I get that. If you don't have that buffer, those kind of things seem world-ending. And the thing is, it took me a little bit to kind of shift my focus of I want to strive for the A, not because of that world-ending screw-up kind of thing, but because that's the target I want to hit for. Which definitely changes things. So then we shift. You shouldn't do this to yourself. The idea that everything is life and death, that every decision is the most important in the world, is crazy. Hey, every single day is a new opportunity for people that have those opportunities. Like, I understand that's crazy, but when you have systems in place that put people in that mindset and keep them locked in that mindset, Emily, that's just something someone with endless options says. I think sometimes it really will come down to a single choice I have to make in one single moment on one single day, and I'm terrified I'm going to miss it. Yes. We're best friends. I love you. You know that, right? Yeah. Everything is going to be alright. I can guarantee it. No matter what happens, I'm going to take care of you. I was like, interesting. As she then sleeps. It's like, later. I don't know why I'm here. Have you ever wondered why places like this are so obsessed with architecture? Most of the time, the actual style of the buildings doesn't matter. But I must confess, I do love it when they take the mask off and let the brutalists do what they do so well. They make the most honest boxes, and it's like, oh, we're back to boxes. And I kind of like delving into that concept. Are we asleep? Are we awake? What box are we in? And That's again, Mia's in a box. She wants to get out of it. I don't really know anything about architecture. Sure you do. I feel it every time you walk into one of these places. Whether it's some generic institution, the academy, or the state itself, the building lets you know what kind of person belongs inside. How does this place make you feel? Unwelcome. It's just, I try, I work really freaking hard. I know, and it's admirable, but, yeah, I get it, man. It's crazy. I'm only introduced to this character in this book, and it's like, shit. People like me, we thrive in places like this. In fact, can I tell you a secret? We built most of them. But you, try as you may, will fall through the cracks working so hard to belong. To be like me and to be like them. I'm not giving up. I'm like, yeah, libraries, places of knowledge like that. My dear, you're too young to know it, but at some point, after years of effort, no actual success, everyone gives up. This is a better way, and I do think that that is an important kind of point. Even if you do all these kind of things, there will be a certain point where you're just like, it's done. You just give up. I want to offer you everything that I know about magic, and I want to watch as you learn it. Okay, but I still don't understand why. It's exactly what I've said, because this is what I am. A studier of what you are. More importantly, of what you could be. And while I'm doing this, you'll what? Take care of me? Goodness no, child. I will share what I know, but I cannot live your life for you. This is the world, and you will sink or swim on your own. That's all there is to it. That's like, okay, that kind of contradicts what Strange was kind of talking about. It's like, shit, so what's it going to be? As she then smiles and then goes off into the doorway. And that is the end there. Then talking about how it's on sale now for the trade back. So I'll definitely look into that. I really enjoyed the G.O.D.S one better. I do like that we've got a classic kind of Spidey adventure with the Spectacular Spider-Man, and it's kind of cool to see Peter and Miles bounce off of each other, and to deal with Vermin and Shift and everything, that was kind of cool. But G.O.D.S, I liked exploring the nature of science and magic, G.O.D.S, the in-betweener, what's kind of going on there. We've got Dimitri and Wen, the kind of merging of science and magic, and now we've got Aiko and Mia, and I really connected with Mia. I think that Hickman did a really good job of setting her up, setting up what's going on, setting up G.O.D.S as well, because at first you're like, what the fuck is this dude kind of doing in the first one? It's like, oh, okay, there's some other kind of messed up stuff here. So I would definitely recommend looking into this if these two linked up with you. If you want to see my review of Avengers Twilight, that's in the playlist on the Avengers Twilight reviews. But if you ever, this was free, check it out at your local comic book shops and read into these yourselves and see if the art and the stories kind of work for you. The art was definitely kind of interesting in the Spectacular Spider-Man, but I love the art for G.O.D.S, and I'm definitely looking forward to mucking about with that at some point. So, those are my opinions on the issues. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked them, if you didn't like them, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.